Well, hello and welcome to the April allotment. I haven't been up here for about 10 days and we had some really nice warm sunny weather last week when I was away, and it's looking really good everywhere. Just going to have a quick pan around other people's plots. Lots of beds, as you can see, have been freshly dug. We have a new shed over there which looks really good, and it's all go. So I thought it was time for an April update, and I thought it would be nice to show you around plot 15 and see where we are, but more importantly see what needs doing. And there's rather a lot that does need doing, but it's looking good. So nice to see the fruit trees in blossom. That one there, that's the pear tree, that one. That's got a nice bit of blossom on it, so I hope we get some fruit this year because we didn't have much last year. And the plum tree is looking enormous and the apple tree's in blossom as well, so that's really good. And the daffodils, just a little bit of deadheading there. If I take the top off, it means the goodness goes into the bulb. And there's something coming up under that covering there. It's probably potatoes, I suspect. And about 2 weeks ago, I put in a new raised bed. At the moment, it's just got a few gladioli peeping up. But I'm going to plant a few more. I might have that as a gladioli bed, actually. They do really well on allotments. They like it. I love them. They're gorgeous when you cut them. And then this bed here's got a few potato plants that look like they've been hammered by the frost. But, that's not what I want to see. So over here in this bed, we have got some broad beans that have come up. And some of them have been eaten. And that is really disappointing. What on earth has had that? Because you can't get in here if you're a bird, so it can't be a bird. I can't see any tunnels as though any mice have been in here. So I wonder what's taken those. That's really, really odd. But I have got some that are growing, which is really good, so that's something at least. And this bed here hasn't got anything in it yet. And that one hasn't got anything in it either. But it's all going to come to fruition fairly soon, so we'll definitely put some plants in very, very soon. And then we've got some more broad beans that I put in, which I grew from seed at home. But once again, I noticed some of them have fallen by the wayside, and I really don't understand why they would do that. Unless there's some little creature that's got in. It's not slugs, it's not slug damage. So I wonder what that is. And the others look as though they're pretty robust, so that's good. But it's always disappointing, but that's why I've put two in, a pair in each time, because then you do get that chance. If any do fall by the wayside, then you can rely on the others, so that's good. And I've got some at home that are doing okay. And then the first early potatoes, they haven't sprouted yet, but it's early days. Hopefully they will fairly soon if we get a bit more warm weather. Hopefully nothing's eaten those in the meantime. And then over here, the sort of ornamental flower beds are looking nice and bright and bushy. There's a fair few weeds coming through, so I'm going to have to do a bit of weeding up here, I think, when I get a chance. And what really seems to have taken off nicely are the fruit. It's the fruit bed. So we've got a nice bit of fruit going on here. The raspberries are zizzing up in the air, which is good. These are autumn raspberries. The gooseberries are looking somewhat happy, so as soon as they form fruits I should be netting those this year so I don't lose my crop. The strawberries are coming into their own now. The rhubarb is bolting, so I'm going to have to cut that back because that will just detract from the strength of the plant, but I don't think there's much. There's a bit of rhubarb, but it's not that good. And then over here seems to have gone absolutely crazy. Got some blossom on the apple tree, so that's really good. I think, was that a pear tree? I can never blooming remember what I've put where, to be honest. I think it's an apple one, actually. Anyway, these are daisies, ornamental daisies, and they are thugs. They absolutely spread everywhere. And I think this year there's going to be literally a daisy bed here. They'll look nice, but they have gone a bit mad. Pond's looking all right. Probably needs a little top up. And over here we have another raised bed. The raised beds, what I've done with those is I've basically put some dung and brought some topsoil up, which is quite hard work, with my new wheelbarrow. And the raised beds now are basically ready for everything to be planted, so that's really good. So I've got everything ready. That's what's nice. And it means that I can come up here and I can do some planting fairly soon. So it's looking quite tidy everywhere. I'll just turn around so you can see my lovely face. Not. Ha ha! I've got my hat on. It's not actually raining at the moment. One of the things that I will be doing is doing some planting. So I'm going to plant some gladioli bulbs sometime in the next week. And I'm also, let's turn around again, I'm also going to get my onion sets in. They need to go in as well. And then towards the end of the month, I'll start thinking about planting things like beans, but not until May. It's got to be May. And even in the southwest, there's a risk of frost at this time of year. I'm really into mid-May. If you plant anything before mid-May, you are chancing your arm, basically, to do it. Oh, something else I'll mention. At long last, parsnips. We have germination. That's great news. I don't know if you can see those. They're very tiny, but we have parsnips, so I'll need to get those covered fairly soon as well. Otherwise the birds will have those. So it's all ready. It's all ready for planting. That's what's really nice. The beds are ready. I've basically put in a couple of new raised beds this year, and I'm leaving everything else covered for the time being. I probably won't use that bit of ground over there under the fruit trees. I'll leave that to rest this year. It needs a bit more soil on it because I've borrowed soil. That bed over there, I may or may not use that this year, depending on if there's any space I need to fill. But all the raised beds will have various things, and I'll do a bit of rotation. So last year over here I had carrots and beetroot and onion sets. I've got potatoes in there, I've got broad beans in that one. I'll probably put onions in this one this year because they weren't in there last year. And then over here I'll probably have some beetroot and some carrots and probably some beans at some point as well. So it's all coming on, and that is the April allotment as it is at the moment. There's always something to do up here, but it's nice to see it greening up. It's nice to see it looking like it's really starting to make progress. And if you are a subscriber and you subscribe for these updates, thank you very much for your loyalty. Really appreciate that. I only put on one of these videos every month, but I said I might up the pace a little bit when we get into the summer. And if you're not a subscriber but you're into allotments, I'd be really grateful if you could subscribe to Pink Octopus Productions and give us some of your support. That would be really, really lovely. Thank you very much for watching, and if you're an allotment holder, happy allotmenting. Thank you.